Hello everyone, today we want to talk about top 10 Mafia movies. Number 10, Casino, 1995, director Martin Scorsese. Stars Robert De Niro, Sharon Stone, Joe Pesci. In early 1970s Las Vegas, low-level mobster Sam Ace Rothstein Robert De Niro gets tapped by his bosses to head 10 Years Casino. At first, he's a great success in the job, but over the years, problems with his loose cannon enforcer Nicky Santoro, Joe Pesci, ex-hustler wife Ginger, Sharon Stone, her con artist ex-Lester Diamond, James Woods, and a handful of corrupt politicians put Sam in ever-increasing danger. IMDb 8.2, Metascore 73, Rotten Tomatoes 86.
You called my friend a faggot? You told him to go fuck himself? Is that what you did? Told him to go fuck himself? You fucking idiot! You fucking idiot! Come here.
Number 9, Once Upon a Time in America, 1984, director Sergio Leone. Stars James Woods, Robert De Niro, Elizabeth McGovern. In 1968, the elderly David Noodles Aronson, Robert De Niro, returns to New York, where he had a career in the criminal underground in the 20s and 30s. Most of his old friends, like longtime partner Max James Woods, are long gone, a journey marked by violence, betrayal, and remorse. IMDb 8.3, Metascore 75, Rotten Tomatoes 90.
Today they ask us to get rid of Joe. Tomorrow they ask me to get rid of you. Is that okay with you? Because it's not okay with me.
Number 8, Eastern Promises, 2007, director David Cronenberg. Stars Naomi Watts, Viggo Mortensen, Armin Mueller-Stahl. Nikolai Viggo Mortensen, who is both ruthless and mysterious, has ties to one of the most dangerous crime families in London. He crosses paths with Anna, Naomi Watts, a midwife who has come across potentially damaging evidence against the family, which forces him to set in motion a plan of deceit, death, and retribution. IMDb 7.6, Metascore 82, Rotten Tomatoes 86.
It's Christmas. Everything's closed.
Sometimes, if things are closed, you just open them up.
Number 7, A Bronx Tale, 1993, director Robert De Niro. Stars Robert De Niro, Chaz Palminteri, Lilo Brancato. As he grows into a teenager on the street of the Bronx in the socially troubled, turbulent 1960s, Calogero gets taken under the wing of neighborhood mobster Sonny Chaz Palminteri. Sonny initiates the boy into the ways of gangland life in direct conflict with his straight-arrow bus driver father Robert De Niro. But when Calogero falls for his African-American classmate Jane Tarrell Hicks, the repercussions threaten the entire neighborhood. IMDb 7.8, Metascore 80, Rotten Tomatoes 95.
It's not what you say, it's what he sees. It's the clothes, it's the cars, it's the money, it's everything. He tried to throw away his baseball cards the other day because he said Mickey Mantle will never pay my rent.
Number 6, The Untouchables, 1987, director Brian De Palma. Stars Sean Connery, Kevin Costner, Robert De Niro. After building an empire with bootleg alcohol, legendary crime boss Al Capone Robert De Niro rules Chicago with an iron fist. Though Prohibition agent Elliot Ness, Kevin Costner, attempts to take Capone down. Even his best efforts fail due to widespread corruption within the Windy City's police force, recruiting an elite group of lawmen who won't be swayed by bribes or fear, including Irish-American cop Jimmy Maloney. Sean Connery, Ness renews his determination to bring Capone to justice. IMDb 7.9, Metascore 79, Rotten Tomatoes 86.
Tell you one more thing. You got an all-out prize fight, you wait till the fight's over, one guy's left standing, and that's how you know who won.
Number 5, Mean Streets, 1973, Director Martin Scorsese. Stars Robert De Niro, Harvey Keitel, David Proval. A slice of street life in Little Italy among lower echelon mafiosos, unbalanced punks, and petty criminals. A small-time hood gets in over his head with a vicious loan shark. In an attempt to free himself from the dangers of his debt, he gets help from a friend who is also involved in criminal activities. IMDb 7.2, Metascore 96, Rotten Tomatoes 90.
Francis and Mastisi had it all down. He knew.
What are you talking about?
He knew.
What are you talking about?
Number 4, The Departed, 2006. Director Martin Scorsese. Stars Leonardo DiCaprio, Matt Damon, Jack Nicholson. South Boston cop Billy Costigan, Leonardo DiCaprio, goes undercover to infiltrate the organization of gangland chief Frank Costello, Jack Nicholson. As Billy gains the mobster's trust, a career criminal named Colin Sullivan, Matt Damon, infiltrates the police department and reports on its activities to his syndicate bosses. When both organizations learn they have a mole in their midst, Billy and Colin must figure out each other's identities to save their own lives. IMDb 8.5, Metascore 85, Rotten Tomatoes 92.
Frank, look at me. Look at me. I'm not the fucking rat, okay? I'm not the fucking rat.
Number 3, The Irishman, 2019. Director Martin Scorsese. Stars Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, Joe Pesci. In the 1950s, truck driver Frank Sheeran gets involved with Russell Bufalino and his Pennsylvania crime family. As Sheeran climbs the rank to become a top hitman, he also goes to work for Jimmy Hoffa, a powerful teamster tied to organized crime. The Irishman is one of the best stories put to film in years. Al Pacino looked in his prime. De Niro, Pesci, and everyone else is as good as you'd expect. IMDb 7.8, Metascore 94, Rotten Tomatoes 91.
You know, our friend speaks very highly of you.
Well, thank you.
He's not an easy man to please.
Well, I do my best.
Number 2, Goodfellas, 1990. Director Martin Scorsese. Stars Ray Liotta, Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci. A young man grows up in the mob and works very hard to advance himself through the ranks. He enjoys his life of money and luxury, but is oblivious to the horror that he causes. A drug addiction and a few mistakes ultimately unravel his climb to the top. IMDb 8.7, Metascore 90, Rotten Tomatoes 97.
You want fucko? You want some? Huh?
Hey! What are you doing?
Before we talk about number 1, please subscribe our channel. Thank you so much. Number 1, The Godfather Trilogy, 1972, 1974, and 1990. Director Francis Ford Coppola. Stars Marlon Brando, Al Pacino, Robert De Niro. Widely regarded as one of the greatest films of all time, this mob drama, based on Mario Puzo's novel of the same name, focuses on the powerful Italian-American crime family on Don Vito Corleone, Marlon Brando. When the Don's youngest son, Michael Al Pacino, reluctantly joins the Mafia, he becomes involved in the inevitable cycle of violence and betrayal. Although Michael tries to maintain a normal relationship with his wife, Kay, Diane Keaton, he is drawn deeper into the family business. IMDb 9.1, Metascore 95, Rotten Tomatoes 98.
Not even the fee for the gaming license, which I would appreciate if you would put up personally.